Are you dealing with the trials of a difficult marriage or going through a separation or divorce? Welcome to the club, friend. Life is messy and it can be hard. I'm Jen Zingmark, a Christian life coach, and I have good news for you. There is a path to find hope, healing, and happiness, no matter what your circumstances are, and I can help you find joy in your journey. So let's go. Marriage support and divorce coaching may not be needed by you personally, but almost everyone knows someone dealing with the trials of this difficult journey. Please share this podcast with someone you know who might be dealing with the challenges of divorce or a difficult marriage. The tools that I have are life-changing. And I know this because I have experienced this in my own life, and I have seen it in the lives of my clients. And I want to share these tools with everyone that can benefit from them. Hey, y'all, and welcome to the podcast. Woo! It is 105 degrees here in South Carolina today, and I am happy to be inside in the air conditioning. So I hope that you are cool and comfortable wherever you are today. I'm excited to talk to you about the model. This is the coaching model that I use and how it can help anyone in any situation every time. The model was created by Brooke Castillo and taught at the Life Coach School in Life Coach Certification. It is the coaching tool that I use to help my clients with any problem that they're having in their life. I'm hoping this will help you understand how to use the model. You can use it in your own life. If you don't have a coach and you're not working with someone, you can learn the steps of the model and use it in your own life. If you've heard my podcast or a part of my Facebook group or seen some of my social media posts, this will be familiar to you, but you probably haven't heard me explain all of the steps of the model and how it works before in this complete manner. So I'm excited to give you all the details today. The model has 5 parts: circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. All right, let's start with the first step: circumstances. These are things outside of our control. They are indisputable facts that everyone in the world would agree on. We like to say that they can be verified in a court of law, and these include other people, the weather, your past. Circumstances are always 100% completely neutral. The circumstances in our lives themselves cannot cause us any pain or sadness or regret. It is when we have a thought about a circumstance that it causes us to feel something. So I'm going to use an example from one of my clients and illustrate this for you. My client came to me and she said, "My life is ruined because I'm divorced. I have 3 children. I will never be happy again. I don't think I can do it alone." So she presented to me that this is just the truth. This is the facts of her life at this point. This is false. It's not the truth. The facts or the circumstances in her situation are that she's divorced and that she has 3 children. That's it. Everything else is just a story that she is telling herself and choosing to believe. The other parts of that story are thoughts. My life is ruined because I'm divorced. I will never be happy again. I don't think that I can do it alone. Those are the thoughts. They're not facts. It's sneaky how our brain will mix circumstances like this with thoughts, and we believe that it's just the truth. It's not. Circumstances are always neutral, and it is our thoughts about our circumstances that create the feelings that we have in our lives. This is why we believe that it is our circumstances that cause us to feel happy or depressed or any way we feel. We mistakenly believe that if we can change our circumstances, then we will feel better. If we could just get that bigger, more beautiful house, then we will be happy with our life. If we could just get that better job or get that raise or promotion, then we'll be happy with our job. If we could just get out of this terrible marriage and get free from this marriage, then we'll be happy. Or if my husband would just change and be different, I could be happy in this marriage. None of that is true. You can be happy exactly where you are right now if you learn to use the model and apply it in your life. Your circumstances do not have to change in order for you to feel better. That is not the truth. We only have to change our thoughts to feel any way we want to feel. All right. This is great news. Many of my clients hear this and they think, oh, great. I'll just change my thought. I'll have a better or a different thought, and then I'll feel better. It doesn't quite work that way. It has to be a thought that you actually believe, and it usually takes a lot of effort to change your thoughts because we've practiced thinking the thoughts that we already have for a long time. So it's not quite that easy, but the good news is you can change them. And you can change everything about how you feel about your life without having to change your circumstances. That's the best news about the whole situation, about life, really. Okay, so this leads us to the third step in the model, which is our feelings. Although the circumstances we discussed are completely neutral, as you can see, the thoughts about them that my client was having are negative. And so she was having a lot of negative feelings. Her thoughts were, my life is ruined because I'm divorced. I will never be happy again. I don't think I can do it alone. Naturally, these thoughts are going to cause feelings that are negative. She was feeling depressed, hopeless, despair, overwhelm, sadness, and grief. Now, there are situations where divorce is the best option for all the parties involved. Someone else in the exact same situation, a divorced single mom with 3 children who was thrilled to get a divorce because she and her children were free from abuse, she could feel relief, freedom, and hopefulness from the exact same situation of being a divorced woman with 3 children, right? That just further illustrates how the circumstance is neutral. Being divorced and having 3 children is neutral. The thoughts that my client was having about it were causing her to have a lot of negative feelings. Okay. The root cause of any problem is always our thinking, not the situation. It's our thoughts about our situations. And I want to tell you a little bit more about feelings. Feelings are just a vibration in your body. That's all. It's just a vibration in your body. We spend so much time avoiding and running and hiding from negative emotions. And the truth is, it's never going to kill us. Even the feelings of sadness and grief after divorce are just feelings. They may feel heavy. You may feel tightness in your chest or uneasy or queasy feeling in your stomach, but that's all. It's just a vibration in your body. Everything we do in our lives is a result of our feelings. And these feelings are a direct result of the thoughts that we have about our circumstances. I hope you're starting to catch on. All right, this leads us to the fourth step of the model, which is actions. All of our action or inaction comes from our feelings. In the circumstance that we've been using, that my client presented of being divorced with 3 children, her thoughts about the situation created the negative feelings she was having. So the actions that she took were ruminating and spinning on more negative thoughts of loneliness and despair and hopelessness. She was overeating. She was over drinking. She was shopping and spending money to try to feel better. She was spending time on social media and Netflix and just buffering against any negative feelings that she could. But she was so unhappy with her life at that point. All of the actions that we take in our lives come from the feelings that we're having. Our feelings drive our actions. So it's important that we're aware of the feelings that we're having and the thoughts that are generating those feelings. This leads us to the fifth step in the model, the results. Our actions create the results in our lives. Okay. In this case, the example that I've been using, the results my client created for herself were she was ruining her life. She was making herself unhappy and she was choosing to be alone. All of those results came from her actions because of her feelings, because of her thoughts about her situation. And the negativity coming from the thoughts that she was having was evident in her attitude, in her outlook on life. It was causing her to feel depression and isolation and continuing to further isolate herself from others because of her actions. Our thoughts are always the cause of the results in our life. And if you think back to the thoughts that my client was having, that she was all alone, that her life was ruined because of her divorce, that she would never be happy again, and that she didn't think she could do it alone. Those were her thoughts. And then what she ultimately created in her life was fulfillment of those thoughts. She was ruining her life. She was making herself unhappy, and she was choosing to be alone. The model works every time. That's what I want you to learn, that this illustration helps you see that. It applies to every problem or situation in our life, and it works every time. Our actions create our results, feelings cause our actions, and ultimately thoughts cause feelings. Basically, our thoughts cause everything in our lives. And you might be surprised to know that 95% of our thinking is unconscious. When we learn something, it creates a very weak neuropathway in our brain. And as we repeat it or add significant emotion to it, it becomes more and more unconscious and effortless. So many times, the thoughts that we're having, we've practiced for so many years, we're not even fully aware of them. So now that you know the model, that your circumstances occur in your life, we have thoughts about our circumstances. Those thoughts cause the feelings that we have. Our feelings drive our actions, and our actions create our results. That is the model. Now that you are aware of it, I want you to start applying it in your own life. I want you to pay attention to your thinking. Just become more aware of the thoughts that you're having. And this may take some effort if you're not used to doing it. And especially if you have a lot of underlying thoughts that you really aren't in touch with and fully aware of, they may be operating in the background like software, just running, and you're not even aware of it, but they're back there behind everything that you do. It may be a little bit hard to uncover, but once you start paying attention to it, it's easier to recognize. And I would love to help you. This is what I do in coaching, is help my clients understand and recognize their thoughts. And then once you become more aware of them, then we can start working on changing them and coming up with thoughts that will drive your feelings and actions and get you the results that you want in your life in any area. So I want you to start noticing your thinking. I want you to start noticing how that thinking creates your feelings, your actions, and your results. Once you truly understand that it's your thinking causing all the rest, then decide to change. Decide what you want your new results to be. What will you need to do, feel, and think to create those results? Okay. You can do this on your own without a coach. If you're not working with someone, I want you to practice this. But if you would like to talk about your specific situation and get help identifying your thoughts and sort of dissecting whatever problem or situation you're having in your life, I would love for you to bring it to me. Let's have a free consultation call and I will help you with it, especially if you're dealing with a difficult marriage or you're going through a separation or divorce in your life, or you're just dealing with life. Life is crazy. It can be hard. And the most important thing that you can do if you're dealing with a crisis in your life is understand the critical role that your thoughts and feelings play in your life. It's really a vital time to be empowered with this knowledge and work to redirect your thoughts and focus on getting the results that you want to achieve in your life going forward. As you learn to direct your thoughts, you can feel love and peace for yourself, for God, and everyone in your life, no matter what your circumstances are. I love this work. This is what I do in coaching. It would be my honor and privilege to help you in your life. So if you would like to know more or you would like help with your specific problem or situation, please bring it to me. Let's have a call. Let's talk about it. Go to my website, jenzingmark.com, and set up an appointment and let's chat about it. And if you like what you're hearing on the podcast, please give me a review. This helps other people find the podcast. It helps us come up in search engines and things, and share it with a friend. If you know someone who's dealing with a difficult marriage, going through a separation or divorce in their life, share my podcast and let me help them deal with whatever they're dealing with in their life. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I hope you guys have a great week and stay cool. Bye, y'all. Are you struggling with the trials of divorce? There is a path to find joy in your journey. I would love to help you. Go to jenzingmark.com to get all the info. There you'll find a free download to help you start thinking happier thoughts today. And you can sign up to receive my weekly newsletter. If you like what you've heard here and want to dive deeper into this work, sign up for a free mini session with me. This is just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. There is so much more. I would love to work with you and be your life coach.